everyone, and happy spooky season! As you might have guessed by me literally saying spooky season, this is my Halloween themed video for 2022. This video is going to be part of the Lolita Fashion YouTubers Halloween collaboration. I will link to the playlist up here and down in the description, so please go and check out everyone else's videos. I haven't seen them all yet myself, but they're bound to be spooky, frilly, and fabulous. For myself, I'm doing a self-portrait photo shoot in a non-Lolita outfit. Now, bit of backstory as to why this is my choice of what to do. First of all, I haven't done any photo shoots since May. I haven't even worn makeup since May. It's just been a bit of a crazy year. So I really wanted to do something that was just of me, for me, by me. Sounds very me, but you know what I mean? It was kind of important to me to do something sort of just on my own for myself. Felt kind of important and relevant. And also, for one of James's Halloween photo shoots, and by the way, I'm gonna link to his social media down there because he's already done so much cool stuff for Halloween. I'm filming this a bit over a week before Halloween, and there's more shoots coming up. We're even doing a photo shoot this afternoon. I'm doing this in the morning and then gonna assist with a photo shoot this afternoon, but oh my gosh, his Halloween stuff is amazing. But for one of the Halloween photo shoots, it was a nun-themed one, and I actually put together a nun habit. And I was trying it on myself, and I'm like, damn, I like this. So I thought, wouldn't it be great to do a Lolita nun self-portrait look for this Halloween, Lolita YouTubers collaboration playlist. So that is what I am doing. I'm gonna pull over a mirror and do my makeup now. Yep, I have a mirror here, you guys here. Makeup over there. Yeah, so I haven't done makeup in about 5 months. I kind of don't remember what to do, and my makeup kit is an absolute mess at the moment, so last night I just pulled out what I think I need, and hopefully I've got everything there. Now I'm gonna pop this into time-lapse mode for a moment, or just cut this section because there's gonna be rattling for a bit. Because it's Halloween, I'm going with a pale foundation. Trying to do makeup on camera makes me feel very self-conscious. Another reason why the nun look is good is I don't have to worry about hairstyling because my tips are a bit faded and I do want to re-dye them, but it's nice to have something that covers the hair. Oh, and I also meant to ask, how do you like my newly decorated wall? I've put a lot more stuff up and I personally really like it. Yeah, whatever. Wow. I'm I don't even remember what the next stage of makeup is. I think I normally do eyeliner then eyeshadow. So let's go. Basically my plan is I had toyed around with doing something a lot more horror-ish and a lot more maybe special effects-ish even, but in the end I'm just I'm just gonna do something a little gothy. Though, as I have said multiple times in the past, goth is not my specialty, so it'll just be kind of dark, not particularly gothy, but oh well. Not gonna do more on the eyeliner at this stage, just gonna go in with a bunch of eyeshadow. I think I will do some red though, with the eyes, although I was planning on doing red lips, so let me just... That's a horrible colour, and I botched the shade. Yeah, no. Change of plan. Not gonna go with red lips, gonna go with a nice natural lip. Honestly, I do kind of like that because it's darker than my natural colour, so it's natural, but still slightly noticeable. I'm actually opening up a tiny little new eyeshadow palette because I love the reds and the glittery reds. Come on, focus on that. I don't know if it's focused. Yeah, which I think is really cute. All my makeup is either cheap brands or nice brands that I've been gifted. Anything I buy cheap because I don't wear makeup regularly. I only wear makeup for photo shoots, and so it really doesn't matter. Protective plastic went down, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna do a red over the eyelid and maybe flaring out a bit, and then fade it, smoke it out with black. I'm gonna see how this glitter looks. I love this. Is the cream eyeshadow? I don't know. Ah, wow, I got it on my finger. Ah, I brought my pants. Sorry for my muttering. I've noticed recently when editing videos that I do tend to mutter a lot, which is I guess a personal quirk of how I speak, which is not helpful in videos or in real life. So I'm going to try and break that habit because I like to be understood, and trailing off and muttering to myself is obviously not helpful to either of those things. Now I'm going to go in with some black. And also apologies if you hear any clanking around. James is prepping for the photo shoot this afternoon, which is going to be really, really cool. And again, I encourage you, check out the links to his social media because, oh, Halloween this year. Best Halloween yet for photo shoots. And that's saying a lot because last year was pretty badass. Yeah. But today, we get to have a creepy doctor and a victim. Don't know why I went vampire, it's not vampire themed, but oh well. Is that even working? No. That's dried out. Okay, that's garbage. Do I have a garbage pile? The floor will do. Alright. That means I need to fill my brows with eyeshadow. What's good is I got a brown in here that I'm pretty sure is a fairly decent match for my eyebrow color, so let's go. Okay. A little light, but oh well. Especially given that you can't actually see my hair under the habit. It's alright. Saying habit like that reminded me, like, who else liked Sister Act? Like, Sister Act was great. I think that looks okay. Not my best, but I'm allowed to be a bit rusty after 1 bajillion years of not doing makeup. And I am just going to go in with this red glitter. And just sort of... Where should I do the red glitter? I kind of want to just do a little bit sort of around the corner, just dab it on. Then mascara. I'm not going to do blush for this look because I wanted to keep it kind of pale. So in that case, I'm actually pretty much done. You know what? That doesn't look bad. I'm just going to grab the habit and make sure it looks okay with the habit. So yeah, the habit is super simple. It's just lace on a big triangle, but it looks nice and that's the bit that matters. You're right. I think that rather works.
And now, you get voiceover Roli, because I kind of forgot to film like a little bit of transition into me actually starting filming, so here you go, you get me later. When I'm shooting self-portraits, I personally prefer to use an intervalometer rather than any kind of remote trigger. So that's just a little device that plugs into my camera and tells the camera to take a photo every 3 seconds. That's what I've currently got it set to. So you can see me sort of moving through poses and then just holding it, waiting for the photo, being done. I'm messing around with my settings a lot, I move my light around a lot, and I also, my phone, which I'm filming on here, fell over, and I fixed it up and then forgot to hit record again, so this is all the footage I actually have of me taking these photos. To make up for the lack of actual photo taking behind the scenes, I thought I would share a time-lapse of my editing process for these pictures. There are 2 main reasons for me wanting to do that. First of all, I actually really enjoy seeing other people edit photos. It always teaches me something new, which is really handy because honestly I'm actually entirely self-taught in regards to Photoshop. Naturally, because my husband James is also a photographer, he's taught me a lot of the things that he does, I teach him some of the things I do, and, you know, we both, you know, check online tutorials and stuff like that, but I've never actually been, like, taught what to do, so I kind of just make it up as I go along, as you can see by some of my messing around here. So yeah, I like seeing other people edit photos, so I thought I would put my photo editing process out there as well. And secondly, given that sort of scrappy nature of my editing abilities, it's actually really cool to see it done in a time-lapse because, wow, you look so professional when everything's playing at 10 times the speed and no one can see how long you sit staring at your screen trying to figure out what's going on. So as you saw, the first picture was a fairly standard edit. I just sort of tweaked a few things, did a little bit of retouching, and then just dropped in a photograph of like a German, I'm not quite sure, version of the Bible in the background just to give it a little more interest. This one, I am obviously doing something a lot more creative. Like I said in the start, I had thought of doing like a horror-ish version of the Nun, but decided against it. Oh yeah, and sorry about the cat meme, that just happened to be on my clipboard. But I mean, I'm not really sorry, but you know, whatever. So I did want to actually try and do something creepy, and I decided I would do it in post rather than in doing special effects makeup or anything like that. So as you can see, I've messed around with the colors, and now I'm overlaying stuff. With this picture, I actually got a lot of help from James, because I was having a bit of trouble deciding how I liked it. What you're seeing right now is actually James going, ooh, could I have a go? And fiddling around with some effects on the cross over the eye that I wouldn't have thought of, and initially I wasn't too fond of, but it really grew on me, and he was totally right. He did also suggest that I spike the teeth, which I was planning on doing anyway, but also suggested, what you'll see in a moment, is elongating the tips of the fingers, which turned out to be a really cool addition as well. I mean, as you'll see, especially when we go back into me using the liquify tool, I'm not doing a particularly thorough or good job, but given the nature of the edit, it's good enough. Normally, if you're using the liquify tool like that, you'd want to, like, clean it up so you can't see everything else getting stretched, but, you know, for something like this, it really doesn't matter. Another suggestion from James is what I'm doing here, which was to include a Bible quote, specifically something from the Book of Revelation. And yeah, I googled Book of Revelation Bible quotes and found a good old-fashioned Christian website full of all great quotes, and stumbled across this one. I mean, to be honest, the Book of Revelation's kind of badass, so I'm not really objecting to it, and no one tell my mother I did this, she's a Christian, I'm not anymore, but oh well, I had fun. I really liked how that photo turned out. I enjoyed doing something quirky. Then for this photo, I wanted to return to doing something prettier, because it is a prettier photo, and well, was designed to be edited nicely, whereas obviously the previous one I was planning on doing something creepy with it, as you can tell by the pose and the expression. With this one, I did actually do a little more retouching than I normally do. You can see me smoothing out my skin a bit here. I just didn't like my skin here, and so I thought I'd give it a bit of a touch-up. But throughout this whole process, you can see that my approach to retouching is still pretty mild. Like, I'm not reshaping my face or my figure or anything like that. It's just clearing up blemishes, smoothing out the lines a little bit, just sort of making it an idealized version of myself, which, look, the ethics of retouching and the role of retouching in media is a discussion for some other time, I think, but I personally like the way that I retouch, which is just a little bit of an improvement, but nothing too drastic. So this photo took me a little bit of fiddling to get the background right, but, you know, nothing wrong with fiddling, and once again, you're seeing it at 10 times speed. I was kind of beating my head against this for a while. What you can see here is another one of James's suggestions. He thought inverting the colours, so making basically a negative on the background might be good, which was cool, but in the end, it wasn't really the vibe I wanted to go for. Yeah, we're pretty much done with the editing process now, and I hope seeing a bit of the behind the scenes on the editing makes up for the fact that there wasn't really much behind the scenes of the photo shoot itself. But realistically, with a photo shoot, you see a little bit, you've seen it all. It's just, you know, strike a pose, take a photo, move on, strike another pose, take a photo, move on. And I was overall just really happy with how this whole thing turned out. It was fun to do a self-portrait shoot, and I'm really happy with the results.
there you go. That's me as a Lolita-styled nun. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of the behind the scenes and the finished photos. I'm really glad I managed to get my video for this collaboration done in time for the collab and in time for Halloween. Hope you all have a good spooky season, and if you're watching this at some time that's not Halloween, just have a good whatever day it is that you're watching this. And until next time, bye bye!